WIFTBPM.
Hi, I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. So many politicians are bought by special interests and major corporations instead of the citizens who elected them. I would not be bought. I would finance my own campaign in good faith to the voters of Illinois and promise to serve with integrity at all times. I'm asking for your support as I run for U.S. Senator in 2020.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for Senate 2020.
I was going to ask you, so growing up, did you ever have an old racist family in your neighborhood? Did you have one live next to you or one down the street? Just somebody's house that you know on the block, you didn't want to go nowhere near that house. The neighbor who was directly behind us had a real problem coming outside seeing my white mother and my black father.
We got us the gun line.
This dude built an 8-foot fence, more like 10 foot.
So they put up the Huck Finn joint.
Exactly. That shit looked like a castle. You know, my dad, he's a big guy, football player guy. My dad guy who walks over there.
Old school
and then
black.
he's like, I don't appreciate these apples in my yard. He's like, motherfucker, we don't even have an apple tree. These are your apples.
Do you like apples?
Your kids are throwing apples over here. Okay, there's that little space, but there's still a fence. So they're right there looking at each other.
Tell them about the gun line, boss.
And I said something like, yeah, Dad. And that dude said, shut up, you little monkey. Leroy stuck his hand over the fence. You're gonna die, clown! Grabbed dude by the neck.
Run.
And proceeded to pull him halfway over this fence. Like, finish him. Mrs. Wheeler comes running out. Oh, Leroy, don't do that. It's not worth it. Blah, blah, blah. My dad was getting ready to kill this dude. And within 6 months, that guy moved away.
Don't cross the gun line, boss.
Right, the gun line, boss.
Chicago Famous, 3 to 6, Monday through Friday, right here on What's in It for the Black People Media.
Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday, or you can find them online at solobeauty.com.
Now you can join Muwakil's World on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 11 to 1 on What's in It for the Black People Media.
Funeral expenses are costly. The Casket Store wants to help you save hundreds of dollars. You do not have to purchase a casket from the funeral home. Call now for a free in-home consultation. Call 773-445-6900. 773-445-6900.
WIFTBP.
Live from your media studio. You're listening to Book of Dawn. With Dawn Millhouse.
Good morning, sunshine.
Good morning.
Good morning, Lisa E.
You look so cute. Stand up and show everybody. Like, she's like a little, isn't that cute? She's like breaking news.
Yeah, I want to read that paper.
Hey. Now, what happens if you say somebody, well, you don't want to be in Braille, because then,
Oh, then they'll have to touchy.
That might be something later for...
Put your hands where my eyes can see.
That could be something fun for later. You could play a game with your husband.
Breaking news. The Book of Dawn is on 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Monday through Friday. Oh, that's me, always. That's me.
No, but I love the way you were cracking your neck right before you started.
I had to get ready. I listened to the Maze Jackson show, and you have to come in here. I don't know what something? I have to come in here ready. You see, I didn't even button up my sleeves. I might have to come up out, Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Esco. Good morning. Listen, last night I met so many people from What's in It for the Black People Media family. Top fans, Pata. I know what his face looks like and everything. I was so excited. That was such a cool experience when you get to see the people that you talk to in the family thread. That was super dope. Super dope. Lisa, I wish you. Yes.
I have to say this. You did such an amazing job yesterday. It was your first time emceeing.
It was. ever.
And I was so proud.
I was too.
Here with you, but I was watching. I was like,
I was too, because I just happened to turn on, and it was the very beginning, and then I sent Dawn a text like, you did a great job. Yeah.
It's hard when
you
it's
made
live.
us very proud.
Yeah, it's very hard. People are talking to you. You don't know what's happening, and you
Literally.
And you didn't have us to help guide you. You guided you. Well, she's an independent woman anyway. She's going to figure it out.
No, but you two and Krista Hayes definitely are my auntie, my broadcast auntie mommies.
And you look beautiful.
Thank you. I actually had on a dress.
Wowzers.
Girl, thank you. I took it off so fast. And them heels. I haven't worn heels since the pandemic. I think maybe one time I put it on and my foot
you're
was
good
like,
with heels, though.
Yeah.
You're good with heels. I'm not.
I'm wearing my heels tomorrow.
When I have to host like
ooh, are we wearing heels tomorrow?
No, I can't. I still got to.
When I do even shishi poo poo events, I always try and bring flats like in, even when I'm hosting it, like if it's like a fashion show and I have to wear them. And it's like walking, I'm like, I don't know. I can't do it.
I learned late, but it was a great time. We were at the Flash fundraiser for the President's Deal with the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District. I said it real.
Say that 5 times in a row.
Real fast. And just FYI, she is one of the dopest homegirls I have, and you can still donate even if you missed it last night. You can still donate. Cash App $ Friends for Carrie, Kari Steele STEELE.
Yes.
You can do that. That or you can go on her page, Cash App, Venmo, or you can write a check.
Friends for Carrie Steele.
Friends for Carrie Steele
on Cash App with the $sign in the front.
Yeah.
And then Venmo.
Venmo.
I don't use that.
I don't either.
I hashtag Friends of
Friends of Carrie Steele. And
Friends of, yes.
And
or just even Google, if you can't remember all that, go to her Facebook page or Instagram, and then she should show it. You know, it'll show what to do. Yeah,
Commissioner Carrie Steele, Facebook, and I'm going to put it in the comments right now.
Hey, look, and I love her hashtag.
Tony Bailey.
Peace, love, and clean water. That's super dope.
I love seeing new people watching us. Tony Bailey. Oh my gosh.
Hey, Tony. Oh, Tony makes really good.
Tony just does everything. Everything Tony does since back with the athletes and every. Hi, Tony. We got to talk and catch up.
Hey, Tony, you can drop off some of them shrimp and grits over here. Them cheese and grits you be making.
I saw other things.
You know it's good when you talk out poor grammar and you've been to private school your whole life, right? She be making. That means it's fat.
My mother, you have a degree.
Right.
Yes, you're right.
You're like.
But what I wanted to know, and I asked Dawn, I mean, we always go by Webster Dictionary. Why did their family, why did Webster get to pick? Did we vote him in? And when they say it's not in the dictionary, but I mean, Webster's been around forever. I'm sure he's not alive. So why do we have to get permission?
Even more so. Well, who gets to vote on when they add new stuff to the dictionary?
And if I want to
some of that shit shouldn't be.
We have our own words, right? Fantabulous is one of my. Oh, speaking of shit, so going back from yesterday, we were talking about Schitt's Creek, and I reached out.
I watched it yesterday.
Did you? I'm going to watch it.
The whole first season.
I reached out to Derek Brown, who's program director at iHeart, and Derek's like, well, I wouldn't recommend. I said, Derek, they're allowed to put it on TV when they say it on TV and they put the titles. I said, but for radio, are they allowed to say? He's like, I would not recommend it. So,
and on the shit subject, it was on one of the talk shows yesterday, and one of those shows or whatever, and they said it like 7 times, and then they said, I think we've said it as many times. So I think there's a cap on how many times you can actually say it, even in the context of reporting news. But we want to say happy birthday to Juan Teague, Aaron Walton, Marcus Spenson, my girl Sherry Mercier, and David Miller. And on the opposite side of birth would be the loss of a legend.
I know. And we just as we were prepping our stuff, it came across my wires, and this was kind of, I took it to heart because I've done events, but Gale Sayers, Chicago Bears star, former Hall of Famer, or not former, he is a football Hall of Famer. Actually, the youngest, he was inducted in the Pro Hall of Fame in 1977 at age 34. He still remains the youngest person to receive this honor, but he passed today. He's 77 years old. He had been battling dementia since 2012. And they didn't really come out publicly till around like 2017. I knew about it because I was doing events with his family, like for his foundation at the time. And when I was going to help set up interviews, I had a talk with one of the family members, and they were like, Lisa, I just want to disclose this to you because I know you're not going to say anything, but he explained that he had the start of dementia, and he probably didn't think it was the best interest to do a lot of interviews because he might forget. So we were very careful how we did the publicity and promotions for it. So he will definitely be missed. And one thing that I learned that I didn't know, of course we know the movie Brian's Song, Gail Sayers and Brian Piccolo were the first interracial roommates in the NFL. I didn't realize when Brian passed away in 1970 of cancer, the movie Brian's Song was inspired because Gail wrote an autobiography about their friendship called I Am Third, and that was the basis for the movie Brian's Song. I never knew that. I didn't know that it was his book that inspired the movie. So that was something I just actually learned today from just going through, his bio and stuff. So but so now everybody wants to go watch that movie. That's still one of the best movies ever. That's one of the biggest tearjerkers ever. Brian's
that is a good movie.
The original.
Yeah.
The original, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh,
so rest in peace, Gail Sayers. Speaking of wait. You know it's going to be 77 degrees today, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Which is kind of weird, right? And this is weird because
I just want to put this disclaimer out here for it's going to be 77.
Right, and Gail passed at age 77.
Oh, that's neat.
And
but I was
he
going
also
to the
was
hood.
inducted in the Pro Hall of Fame in 1977.
Oh,
we're
that's
numbers
my lottery
people.
number. Hold on.
We're numbers people
Seven,
here. I'm just a numbers person, so
yeah, I'm going to play that in the lottery.
Yeah.
Or on the roulette table. Something, but I was going more towards the fact that it's going to be sunny and 77, and I was just going to put this out here and just tell everybody that doesn't give anybody permission to pull back out the thought flops or the leggings that you can see through. That's not what 77 in September on the first day of fall means. Okay. I just wanted to put that out there. If you have a niece or a cousin, or if you indulge yourself in those.
Now flip-flops are okay though, right?
Flip-flops are not
flops. I'll wear flip-flops till there's snow on the ground, right?
Yeah. I'm very okay with slides.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
And can I wear my Halloween stuff now?
Sure. Like, wait, what does
Will
it
you judge me? Will you
wait,
judge
do
me?
tell it. Wait, what does it entail though?
Sweaters, shirts,
no.
my necklaces, my headbands.
Sweaters?
I'm gonna bring in pumpkins.
You could do all that, but
girl, of course, because in Hobby Lobby, Christmas shit is out.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Like, I'm like, it's not even September, but
I love to decorate.
I do too, but we slow down. We just have to embrace every Halloween. I'll give you that's October. Christmas, I will not. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got to go.
Don't bring the Christmas stockings in here unless they're gonna virtually tip us with stars, and we can make a leaderboard of all the stars. Otherwise, we've got some really cool stuff coming up in October. You want
that reminds me of I don't know if you saw
help the baby.
The story I sent you about a gift. We could do that after the break. Did you see the story I said about what to give somebody for the person that has everything? It's like an $8 million gift.
Oh, yeah. Listen, we're going to take a quick break. The maintenance guy is at my house, so I'm going to have to call him. But listen, we're going to take a quick break. But I have to tell you the joke I heard on the way in. Why did the members of TLC never exfoliate?
Hold on, I'm going to think about it. Why did the members of TLC never exfoliate? Let's see.
I think I know.
I'm trying to think of their words to their songs.
I know.
What?
I'm singing lyrics in my head.
Yeah. Because they don't want no scrubs.
Ding, 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 ding. Winner 77777. Listen, you're listening to the Book of Dawn on the Maze Jackson page on Facebook, Maze Jackson YouTube. What's in it for the Black People Media family? We have a dope, handsome R&B swaggy singer from the South Side, not the South Suburbs, not Des Plaines. What's up, Andre?
That's straight
coming in
like
in
Inglewood.
studio today.
Right.
So stay with us. We'll be right back.
WIFTBPM.
When you need vibrant, colorful gear that offers high-performance material that keeps you cool, call Agent Huff Custom Gear. Let us take your expressions and create something new for your everyday wear, your bedroom or bath. For all your needs, we offer custom sublimation, silkscreen, vinyl, and embroidery. You can reach us on all things social at Superhero Huff. www.superherohuff.com or 630-476-9191.
You're listening to I Said What I Said with Toussaint Warner and Herb Howard.
Well, what was the power of the Bible? Most motherfuckers couldn't read. So the Bible legitimately changed the world because motherfuckers began to learn to read. And once I can learn to read, wait a minute, I can question some of this bullshit you talking about.
What school you go to though?
It don't matter.
A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
But I went to Dunbar.
Yes!
That sounds Dunbar.
Oh, it's good.
People disrespect the city schools. This Chicago. And I'm a motherfucking genius.
And that's on period.
Shout out to the mighty man. Nah, I'm just playing. But seriously though, think about it though, right? The Bible legitimately changed the world, right?
What's up, good people? You're listening to I Said What I Said with Toussaint Warner and Herb Howard live on What's In It for the Black People Media, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.
Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday, or you can find them online at solobeauty.com.
WIFTBP.
Live from your media studio. You're listening to Book of Dawn. Book of Dawn with Dawn Millhouse.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Book of Dawn on What's In It for the Black People Media, the Maze Jackson page. Did you? Okay. I'm learning how to use the. I'm not Twitch, but I'm learning how to use the Twitcher or the Switcher or whatever this is. And listen, if you have a student, if you know a student, if you have a child that wants to be in broadcast and can come in here and help a almost 55-year-old woman learn how to Twitch and switch and do this stuff, because my sister's texting me like, I can't see your face. I'm like, I think I put the thing. Anyway, if you have a student that is a broadcast major or would like to learn at the What's In It for the Black People Media, we are looking for interns, particularly this show. So,
or techies, yeah, right. So every time you keep talking about Twitch, I keep thinking about the Ellen DeGeneres show, and Twitch the dancer.
What happened? Didn't she come back?
So so that is actually, so Ellen just started on Monday. She just came back for her 18th season, and the way she did, like camera 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, get a close up. Ellen is probably my favorite person in the world. I love Ellen, and I'm so glad she used her show as a platform, to get out things. And she actually, apologized. She addressed the allegations of a toxic production environment. There were some people that were let go on her staff, and she said, you know what, this is my show. My name is on it. My name is on the walls. My name is on underwear. I'm going to take full responsibility. Ellen just so classy. And then Twitch, who is like the DJ, Twitch is the dancer. Twitch is an amazing dancer. So Twitch actually got a promotion, and he is now a co-exec producer. He's still going to sit with her with the pretend, DJ stuff, but
that's pretend.
Yeah, the DJ stuff. I mean, they still have the music, but he didn't really mix or whatever. She used to have,
They've been getting me all this time.
Well, she always jokes that it's always pretend. They make it look like that, but it's always been pretend. But the cool thing about it is, too, the really cool thing about it is that Ellen, she put TVs. So where the chairs were, she put TVs like on the seats. So they took all the chairs. So it looks like people are in the audience, but they're people virtually. So I'm going to try and be in the virtual audience. But she apologized and just kept it moving. And I say shame on some of these artists that came on the show, like Brad Garrett from Everybody Loves Raymond, who I love. But they were kind of talking about the work environment when they were on Ellen's show, but why would you continue to come back as a guest? If you didn't like him work, if you didn't agree with something, would you go back on a show that you weren't feeling? You know what I mean? So
well, that check probably good.
It-
Number one show in the
come on now.
nation.
Say that part.
syndicated.
well, you mean just to be right
Facts.
to get your
To be
publicity?
in the top show.
Yeah.
I want to be in the top show. 'cause
Exactly,
that's
but-
where you learn to be the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you take it. So shout out to Twitch.
Yeah.
Because
Twitch,
that promotion, I think, happened because of the people spoke
Without
up.
a
Yeah.
shadow of a
So
doubt.
shout out to him.
And you
He's
know
great,
what?
and-
she's a good businesswoman, right?
Yeah.
Because that
She's-
was a
I
good
love
move.
Ellen.
She
Yeah.
just happened to have a brown skinned brother that she could move up like that. Because had he not been there,
He
I
would've
would
been
be
dancing
curious
in
to
the aisles
know
with the audience.
who if a
Yeah, I mean,
promotion
and Andy,
would've-
her producer, Andy is still there. I mean, some of her main people are still there, but they got rid of some of the other people, before. So, but she took full responsibility, and I love that about her. I love that she's so classy, and she explains to people about, they call her the be kind lady, and she said, I am, but there's times that I'm annoyed. There's times I'm this and this. So she explained it. We're all human. But
let me say this: I'm a huge Ellen fan.
I love her.
I've always been a tomboy, so her swag is sick. Like I love the shoes and the jackets. Like I look at her clothes and I'm like, yeah,
she's
kinda
the
my
only
swag.
show I would relocate. Camera 5,
But-
I would relocate just to be. I mean, I probably couldn't even make it in the audience because I would probably have that bad cry.
Well, let me say this: I love her. I think she's dope. I like the show, but I'm not gonna let her get off that easy. Now, I'm not gonna not watch her and not support her, but I watched her monologue, and it was if I was a teacher and graded it, I would give her a 87 because yes, she owned it. I'm gonna use those things. I don't know. It just my spirit.
2020 is so weird.
My spirit just didn't receive it at 100%.
I never would have thought that Ellen would have this issue. 2020 is crazy, guys.
Yeah, you're talking about a woman that at one point was homeless, who understands hard times, and it's no disrespect, but when they said Steve Harvey was a mean boss, I felt like I would have already known that.
Well, I worked with Steve, so I'll keep my comments. I
keep
mean,
my
Steve's not a
comments
bad
to
person, but
myself.
everybody has different things. But I've know people that worked with them, but I know people that worked with Ellen too, and sometimes, I think sometimes people aren't aware. She said she's taking full responsibility though, and I think sometimes people aren't aware of what goes on. People use the names. I've seen it even with people with ABC. The people that are the big people on ABC, they're fine, laid back. Some of the people that work under them are the ones that act like they have attitude. Even when I used to cover all the Bulls games, I've been covering NBA for a zillion years, and it's some of those people that come in with just their mics and stuff, but they're not even anybody that people know.
Right,
and
yelling
they have
at me,
these
asking me where the lunch is at.
They talk
Asking
to
me
me,
for
but
a
the
broom.
people like your Cheryl Burtons and stuff, they're fine. Although I love Cheryl, that's my girl. But
Yeah, she's dope.
Anybody that's of a name is not like that. So sometimes it's those people, I call them, I don't want to say flunkies, but some of the people that try and use that power and treat people not that the way they shouldn't be treated. So.
Yeah, agreed. Again,
yeah,
I like her. She's dope. I love her swag. That apology didn't make me. If we were like boyfriend and girlfriend, I'm married. This is very hypothetical because she has a wife and I don't do that. But however, if we were boyfriend and girlfriend, she wouldn't get makeup sex after that apology. Like it just didn't.
Cold shoulder.
It didn't. It was a good start. All I'm saying is this: you can't lead if you can't follow, and you get more bees with honey. And I think because it was so far off of who I felt in my heart I knew she was, that it just kind of shook me, because I would have never imagined her, of all people,
right, being
the mean lady, So anyway, but we have Shaun White coming in the studio.
Yeah, he just called.
I reckon shortly.
Yeah.
In my down south voice, I reckon shortly he'll be here. Shaun White is from the South Side. I think he went to Carver High School.
And we'll make him talk up. Sometimes he gets kind of not shy, but sometimes a little bit, and he'll get a little quiet. I was like, talk up.
You don't have to speak up in here. He got 3 very outspoken ladies of the What's in It for the Black
Big
People
mouth
media
manager over here. Yeah.
Exactly. Also at 11 o'clock, Muwakil's World follows our show.
Man.
And then I said what I said. I said what I said. Can I do a commercial for them? They said what they had said and add extra words in it.
I said what I said. Right. I like saying that.
I
said what I said.
I want to say, can you whoop my ass? But
right.
Damn,
Because you can't.
little.
Right. You are little. Right. You're going to need me and Lisa to help you. And then Chicago Famous with Mike Love and Diz. And then, you can roll back tomorrow morning and start all over again. And watch all of the shows that you missed. You can also share, Mike Love. Share. You're more than welcome to sow into this ministry of What's in It for the Black People Media family by sending stars, shooting stars. Shoot us some stars. Boop, 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 bam. In my DJ voice.
That was good. Yeah.
But that was it. Yeah, that part.
That's that like radio, right? We have some radio sounders that we just are standard. Like,
yeah,
you were good. That was good.
Good. That's DJ Littlejohn taught me that.
And it's so funny. DJ Littlejohn was actually the one that told Shaun to write a stepper song, which is like his top song that's being played right now.
Oh shoot, I'm gonna have to step. I got on white chucks. I can't.
DJ Littlejohn's like,
I can't step anyway.
DJ Littlejohn's like, well, your stuff is really good, but in a club sometimes we can't slow it down. He's like, but stepper stuff people will step. He goes, I challenge you. He goes, with your stuff, do a stepper song. So I was like, okay. He wrote it in one day.
Dang, he might have to write me a song. You're listening to the Book of Dawn. Tell your friends. I don't see him on the thread. Tag them. Y'all tag them. Get the tagging. Do your job. Share. You listen to the Book of Dawn on What's in It for the Black People Media. We'll be right back.
WIFTBPM.
He is joining Chicago Famous because he is born and raised in the city of Chicago. He is famous. He is Chicago Famous. Mr. Rick Party. Welcome to the show,
What's
sir.
happening for the show, sir?
Ricky!
So I had to figure out at that point, what am I going to do with my life? I would listen to the radio. Earl Boston was a radio personality, and I would call in all the time and ask him, hey, can you make a dedication to my girlfriend? Every day I would call him. He said, well, why are you calling me every day at 10 o'clock? You're supposed to be in school. I said, I'm sick, man. He said, be honest, tell you the truth. But this man taking the time to talk to me on the other end of the phone every day, making dedications to my girlfriend who's in school while I'm out, that just inspired me just as a street kid, living, from Inglewood, Inglewood and Cabrini Green,
Right.
back and forth.
Chicago Famous, 3 to 6, Monday through Friday, right here on What's in It for the Black People Media.
This secure moment is brought to you by Secure Home and Automation, your premier authorized Bring security dealer. Home invasions occur every 23 seconds, fire every 85 seconds, and medical emergencies occur suddenly. In times like these, get secured home and automation and an affordable wireless home alarm system with professional monitoring. This includes fast emergencies response, free security analysis, free equipment, and free installation. A limited time offer, be proactive. Call today, don't delay. 708-251-5069. That's 708-251-5069. Call now, 708-251-5069, or visit our website, securehomeandautomation.com. Secure Home and Automation, where your life safety is our priority. It brings authorized dealers, certain restrictions apply.
WIFTBPM.
Are you curious to explore the intellectual currents that channel our thoughts and frame our reality? Have you ever meditated for relaxation and accidentally discovered the universe in the process? These matters and many more you may never have even thought of will be yours to explore as you come with me into Muwakil's world. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 11 to 1, right here on What's in It for the Black People Media.
What's up, good people? This is Herb Howard, one half of I Said What I Said. Make sure you tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 1 to 3 p.m. right here on What's in It for the Black People Media. It is intellectual thuggery at its finest. The blackest conversation, Herb Howard, Tucson Warner, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here on What's in It for the Black People Media. 1 to 3 p.m.
WIFTBP.
Live from your studio. You're listening to Book of Dawn. Book of with Dawn Millhouse.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Book of Dawn, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Monday through Friday on What's in It for the Black People Media. I'm going to say it again. Share. You know, let me just, full disclaimer, I'm competitive. A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it.
Oh yeah, we're talking about cards. We talk about cards. You can't all of a sudden the next week. We don't know what happened to Lisa.
Because she's gonna lose.
No, Lisa's gonna beat Dawn, and then she's gonna be like,
baby. I don't never lose, even when I win. When I don't win, I win.
My artist
figure that out.
Sean could definitely say that we're good card players.
Esco, listen. What's her thing? Camera 4. She ain't gonna win, y'all. Just so you know,
I got 4 cans of whoop ass in the trunk.
Hey. Girl, bye.
Hey, what's up, young lady?
He sure jumped in there. Would you like to introduce your artist?
Sure. He is an R&B singer, songwriter, arranger from the South Side of Chicago. His new song, Kisses, was released right before COVID-19. It's getting radio play. It's even made TikToks around Mexico and all these other different platforms. We have people in Romania that are playing it, London. So it's getting really good release. His album, No Labels, is getting lots of talk. Did a bunch of shows. He does a lot of charity work and sings, for a lot of charity benefits and supports, especially with kids and animals, and just an all-around good guy. So, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Shaun White.
Thank you so much.
That was the drum roll.
Let's go. Thank y'all so much for having me on. I appreciate you.
Well, we appreciate you coming on in. Listen, since you're here, we're going to talk about a few hot topics, and you're going to have to tell the truth, because this the hot seat. You're in the hot seat right now.
Let's get it.
But let's talk about a guy that we talked about last week that I said I respected, but I think he's a crybaby. Because now I can prove he's a crybaby. Let's talk about LeBron James.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's talk about... so I got a good and a bad, but shouts out Venus Bivens Johnson. That's my cousin, y'all. Spades. I don't know how to play bid wish yet. I get confused when
it's benefit minute for me too. So.
Yeah. Is it like when the spade ain't the trump card, and you can have a 2 that beats a joker. I get all confused. I'm like, let's just keep it simple.
Yeah, Tonk is some. I don't
Tonk,
know I love Tonk though. Let's get it.
Look, y'all better call Sonya.
That's a gambler's game right
y'all
there.
Better call Sonya D. Berry Tonk. Tonk and Pity Pat.
Oh, Pity Pat. Oh.
Y'all talking about rent parties now. Shoot. For real. Maybe we could have a rent party with stars on our show. Oh. Y'all have to help us pay our rent.
Yeah,
shoot us some stars.
And they're like a penny. They're like a penny. So if you just do a bulk and send it to us, if we have 1 million people that send like 1,000 pennies to us.
That'd be You know what else would be cool? What? If the 5,000 Facebook friends I had actually logged on. Wouldn't that even be cool?
But then shared it, because like the first show we had like over 80 shares or whatever. So
real talk, I got 5,000 Facebook friends. I probably for real know at least 3,000 of them. For real, can tell you stories about them. And it's always, and I'm trying to figure out why it's not 5,000 people watching all the time. Is that a problem?
But they want, because some people work, some people are breaking away. But the good thing is it's like a DVR, so people,
because I'm spoiled.
You can't watch it now. But
I don't care if you have to work.
You see, at the end of the day, we get like way more people, because people they can binge watch it, so they can just go to the platform and watch it at any time. We're better than on demand. Johnny Demand, right?
I like that. Listen, LeBron is a little upset that he's not the MVP.
Well. He's going to probably win an NBA championship this year, but he's not happy about the MVP trophy. So Giannis recently took home his NBA regular season MVP award in a row. And while LeBron agrees that the Milwaukee Bucks forward deserves it, he's kind of steaming over how little respect he received in the voting. I mean, do we really need awards to give us our worth?
Oh gosh, don't even ask that question. Because if Mr. Millhouse is watching, he is like he hates this everybody gets a trophy society. Like everybody, right, you get a trophy.
Right.
You get a trophy.
I mean, but I'm saying you don't need a trophy to like pat you on the back if you know you're doing a good job, because I've been stuck in certain situations. I like trophies, awards, but sometimes in me being in the urban community, in the urban industry, I don't qualify for certain things because of names of awards. But and people are like, well, that's not fair. I'm like, but do I need an award to say that the good job I'm doing? I already know what I bring to the table. I don't need somebody to say it, although it's nice and it's appreciated when people do recognize what you bring to the table.
That's a very ESCO perspective. You just did your grown up, girl.
But what comes along with being a VIP? Don't you get
a trophy, a few dollars?
It goes on your stats, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they got so much money. Yeah, they got so much money.
No, I want to be the best.
Yeah.
If I'm basketball and I'm the best, give me my trophy.
That's right.
But I'm the VIP.
But okay, let's say you feel like that, right? Do you say that out loud? Like, can you just feel like that and put your ESCO voice on? Put your grown up on.
So Sean, if you
lightweight hating right now,
if you're up for a music award and you don't get it, like,
I mean, I probably would feel a certain way, but I mean, everybody out there, if you're on that level, that means that you worked hard to it. So I probably worked as hard as just the next person. So I mean, if they went over me, they some people voted for him. But
when you go home, you're not going to talk about be like, look, that dude, I should have beat him. He used auto tune.
It's probably going to make me work harder. But in the case of LeBron James, he came in second place, so he could have won first place. He was just a few votes behind. So what I'm saying, it wasn't a big landslide. So
Well, how do you get the votes? Is it the players?
I think it's probably
it's changed
it's
so much in the last several years. It's changed. Like it used to be fan vote. It used to be, but they're in a bubble, and so they could be nauseated. Ain't no telling. They might need some Dramamine or something. But on the good side, because when there's not so good, there's good. Yeah. He spoke out about the college scandal, the payment scandal, and he was like, I just want everybody to know that basically the inequity in how they treat Blacks. People versus white people in punishment, in crime and punishment. Well, and he went to Twitter last week and talked about, he said, sometimes I'm laughing because I have to do that to keep from crying. And he was basically saying the Lori Loughlin's sentence was inequitable, and he feels like it would be different if it was him or a black counterpart had done the same thing. Yeah. I mean, that has been evidence since the beginning of the beginning.
Right.
But I get his point, and it's good that he is still using his platform yet again to speak out against racial
and it's on that note, Gilbert Arenas took a different take. He said he didn't think the race had so much to do with it as her level of celebrity did, being Aunt Becky, that took over that. So, and I think it's a combined thing. I think it is her celebrity and race, but I think her celebrity definitely took a few points ahead because it's Lori Loughlin,
Yeah.
So
I just kind of
and LeBron. Yeah, LeBron, stop whining. But he is a great player, and he does do a lot for the community. But stop whining; it's not that serious.
Yeah, facts.
Well, to basketball players, it may be because this is what they do for a living. This is what they work hard for. So, I get it. I understand.
Esco's like, yeah. Esco just downloaded your songs now. She just put you on right. She just downloaded your Spotify.
No labels.
No labels. Ooh, hot topic for tomorrow. That's he said, she said topic.
For the no labels.
No labels. Yeah. We're gonna see. Look, and they gonna these girls gonna have to tell the truth. Yeah. They're like, stop playing. Everybody want to be a wife.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. I have a lot of females that don't.
Look at my face.
We are socially conditioned.
Yeah.
From birth.
Yeah.
To dream of a way.
But when you're an older person too, and you're set in your ways, I mean, do you really want something?
Run.
Right. It does.
Until I see a ring, I'm single. Period.
Yeah. with the line and the dot on the bottom, with exclamation point.
Yeah. And we were talking about the Oprah and Stedman, and you were talking about
the beard. The beard. He might be a beard, but if Oprah's listening, because I'm sure she is, because it's the Book of Dawn.
Right.
Why wouldn't she listen?
Right.
She loves books. She loves books.
She loves books. You think I could be on the cover?
Yeah, because you can be one of her, right?
Yeah, and I could be her
You
like
could be her
glory
book club,
story.
yeah,
and she can do me like she did Steve Harvey and the other doctor, the crazy, the one that's got the show, Dr. Phil.
I like Dr. Phil.
I do too sometimes. Sometimes he's a
Except
little much.
some of the words he uses though, I have to look them up under my Webster, like in the Wikipedia, and then I wonder some of the guests he has. I'm like, they have no clue what he's saying. They'll be like, and in the proximity of the orthopedic gesturon, like I was looking at him like I was like, wait, Google, what does quasi but he'll say stuff and the guests, some of his guests will be like, yeah, Dr. Phil. They just agree because they don't want to look dumb on TV.
Yeah, I just say, I hear what you're saying.
And about talk show hosts, we're going to talk about Wendy Williams' alleged weight loss without surgery when we come back. But speaking about big words, Moonwalk Hills World is at 11. So do you have your dictionary with you? Because I have mine and my thesaurus, because sometimes I look at the dictionary and then I say, let me see if there's another word that I actually understand that I can break it down.
Google Translate.
Yeah. You know what? That's
English
a good
to
idea.
English.
It's a little easier. So you'll have to do that. And his voice is so smooth. He could be saying, bleep, 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 cuss word. And I'll be like,
you're right, I am. That's right. I agree with you.
Well, thank you.
I concur.
I concur. I agree. I don't agree. I do agree that you are listening to the Book of Dawn on What's in It for the Black people and the light-skinned people. Esco, Lisa, because we're the Holy Trinity up in this mug. We're like Creole goodness, like onions, goodness. Like onions, celery, and green peppers. Did you know that?
Can I be the onion? Because that's the only one I like to eat.
The pepper.
And I'll be the celery. Somebody got to be hard. Teflon is here. I got y'all. Because I got the most flavor. Celery take the flavor of everything. Just so you know.
Onion, I just make you cry.
Onion.
Oh. You have layers. You're deep.
I like that.
I am deep and I got layers. Yeah.
The
that's
blooming
a good one.
Onion, remember.
Oh, blooming
The
onions.
blooming onion.
I'll give you heartburn.
You'll give me. I have some Rolaids in my
I'll give
purse.
you heartburn.
Hey, what's in your purse, ladies? What's in your purse right now? I bet you none of you right now literally do not have what I have in my purse. I got a whole PPE kit in my purse.
I have.
I promise you, it's about a can of Lysol
Let's
in my
Make a
purse.
Deal. Wayne Brady and Monty Hall up in here.
Okay, we're gonna play that game.
Yeah,
we're gonna play that game. And guess what? You heard it right here first. We are going to host a Spirit Week. The Book of Dawn, Esco and Lisa E are going to host a Spirit Week. All my broadcast brothers, no copycat. Okay. You heard it right here. I'm saying it out loud in case y'all want to copy. We're going to have a Spirit
Urban
Week.
too.
Yeah, because they said what they said. Have to roll your neck when you do that. And we'll give you details about that. Monday, Mr. Millhouse is taking over. Everybody has a good idea, and he's gonna walk three entities through concept to creation and help them in the process. And then when we come back, this guy is gonna have to sing. And can we play, when we go to commercial, can we play his song coming out? Okay. You're listening to The Book of Dawn with Lisa E. Sean White from the South Side. And Esco will be right back.
WIFTBPM. The biggest threat to Illinois citizens from Washington is health care costs and policies. Senior citizens have their Social Security reduced from Medicaid. And some of our senior citizens live off $3 a week for food allowance. Working families are facing bankruptcy over policy and limit and cost. Drug prices require decisions between food and Medicaid. I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. Vote for me and send me to Washington. God bless.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for Senate 2020.
What's up, good people? You're listening to I Said What I Said with Toussaint Warner and Herb Howard. You'll never breed a warrior.
Warriors, come out to play.
You hear that? And that's what's happening at every angle. They're creating paradigms where we can only raise feminine men.
Yes.
Whether they're homosexual or not, they feminine as shit.
Sure, because all masculinity is toxic.
all masculinity is toxic in a war-torn society where the dominant society is saying to your ass, we don't never want no warriors.
Right.
You bastards. Any book you've ever read, you can read the Bible, goddammit. When they go and they destroy some shit, they kill all the boy babies.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't even want you growing up to think you're gonna do some shit to me.
Animals do the same thing. If I come over here and I take over this village now or whatever, like this gonna be my pride. First thing I'm doing, killing the male boys, like killing the male babies.
Don't you even grow up with that attitude,
Don't you
little
even
nigga.
think about it.
Ever.
Okay?
Bitch.
Right. You ain't my daddy, you damn right I ain't your daddy. Fuck your fort, little nigga.
Fuck your fort.
You're not my dad.
Oh man, I hate that I laugh at this shit in public.
That's real.
I hate that I laugh at this stuff in public.
That's real though, right? Tucson Warner and Herb Howard live on What's in It for the Black People Media, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.
WIFTBPM.
Oh, you proved me wrong. This ain't a regular love, babe. It's that waking out your sleep and me massaging your feet, shit, babe. It's that anything you want, I'm only here to please, shit, baby. You're in my command, hey. Your kiss sends me a shot of dopamine. Oh no, I never had an interest in love until I met you. And I don't know if it's real or is it just a phase I'll go through, but I feel that it's true. We don't need no labels, babe. What we got is something different. We don't need no labels, babe. Lady, we don't need no labels to show that what we have is something special. For sure, for sure. I don't feel it's a one night stand. No, no, no. It's that look you in your eyes, make love in paradise. A one life stand. It's that sweep you off your feet, give you everything you need. That's what I'm feeling. It's that don't pick up the phone, cause we wanna be alone. And I never thought I'd feel this way, then you came along and proved me wrong. Oh no, I never had an interest in love until I met you. And I don't know if it's real, or is it just a phase I go through, but I feel that it's true. We don't need no labels, babe. What we got is something different. We don't need no labels, babe. Lady, we don't need no labels to show that what we have is something special. For sure. Since you came in my life, I see so clear now, yeah. You're so special. No need for label. Oh, yeah.
Listen. That's a great song.
So that's the one that we were supposed to do for the whole summer. That's the name of his album, but this is what we've had controversy on. But people debating, because talking about labels, if you have that love for somebody, do you have to say, you're my boyfriend, you're my girlfriend, I'm your man, I'm your woman, I'm your wife, I'm your spouse? Do you have to call it something when you're hanging out with somebody?
Well, let me tell you the label of this show. It's the Book of Dawn.
Yeah.
It's on What's in It for the Black People Media. Welcome back.
9 to 2.
9 to
11. 9 to 11. When I say 9 to 2.
Girl, you
no. Don't call that in the universe. 9 to 11, Monday through Friday.
It's 4 more hours.
Because people like
and I'm
you so
still
right.
trying to configurate of the schmashculate of in my head that I got to be here every day.
I just added like 12
every day. I wake
hours,
up, I'm like, I gotta go back. Like this is different, but this is like a everyday thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know, Mace tricked me. He said, "Would you like to do this?" I said, "Yes, Mace. Cheer, cheer, cheer." The third day, I was like, oh shit, he meant every day.
Yeah. She's like,
and Mr.
welcome to
Millhouse
our
is
world.
so tickled. He wake up and be like, you gotta go to work. I'm like, really? That's what we doing? Anyway, we're live with Sean White, who's
Thank you, Sonia.
soon to be hit song No Labels has started a little controversy amongst ourselves. You really feel like that? Did you write that for the people, or do you really feel like that?
I mean, I feel that way. I
Okay.
I just got to be honest with you. It's about you and her, what y'all agree to. You don't have to go with what the society says. You can, if it's you and her, y'all don't have to do all this, have this big. I mean, of course, most women. I see that big diamond on your finger, but most women, they want that. Yeah. But some women don't want that. So you got to look at it.
Hold on.
Like the Oprah and Stedman thing. Think about Oprah and Stedman. They
you see this? He just tried to do the banana in the tailpipe. Every girl want a ring like this.
I'll feel the old banana in the tailpipe.
I'm gonna eat this banana later, but he just walked into that. Sean, now, listen. I understand music and musicians, and sometimes you have to always be single. But do you really, in your heart of hearts, think that a woman doesn't want a man to outwardly claim her for the world to see?
To be honest, you know what I'm saying? I've dated a woman or two that was like that. Like, I never want to get married. You know what I'm saying? I want us to be together, but I don't want to be married. I don't want to have that. It's like you in jail if you get that way. If you want to get out, you should be able to just leave if you want to leave. So I had a couple of women like that.
This is a great topic.
Think about the Oprah and Stedman thing, though. I mean, they've been together how many years and still not married? So I mean,
would you leave her?
From what I understand,
she is one of the only ladies on the Forbes list. But I'm just saying,
Stedman got money too, if I'm not mistaken,
not
right?
Oprah money.
Not like
Don't
that.
nobody have the Oprah.
If you got millions, do you need $1 billion to live? I mean,
hell yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hey,
I didn't say hell.
Give me about 20 million. I can make that work. You feel me?
Yeah. To a certain, you might have to call in tomorrow, because this is like for real. Because I personally feel like if some men want to keep you quiet, or a lady, let me just be fair. Yeah. If I'm a lady and I say, you stay over here in the cut, I got you. Does that mean that I'm doing that to keep my options open? Or and the whole subject came up because good friends of ours now are engaged. Yeah. And they once felt that way, but clearly COVID has changed.
And they've been together for a long time, right?
Yeah, at least 10 years.
Yeah, and I do know a lot of females and a lot of males that just don't want that. They're like, I just want to do what I want. I'm independent. I have my main person, or I have my person. And sometimes, like, she may consider him. I mean, I know people that she considers him, like, you're the person that I feel safe and secure with. I view you as like mine. I kind of claim you, but then he might just look at, it's the actions, I think, sometimes, because he might just view you, well, you're just a good friend. You know what I mean? You're a good friend. I claim you as my friend, but not really then. But does it matter what you call it if your actions speak louder than the words? Like,
okay,
if you spend time, I guess.
Okay, speaking of action, and then I'm going to ask you what inspired that. But speaking of action, since you brought it up, because I was going to try to keep my inner crazy in. Mm-hmm. Speaking of actions, okay, I'm dating you. We don't have no label. Okay, I don't have no ring. Okay, I'm setting this up, and we go to a club, and you sing the song, and a bra roll up on you. Hold up. Let's get to the action.
Let her finish.
And I wrote, and it's a little too close for comfort. And I walk up and act a whole fool. Would you be okay with that?
But you got to understand, I'm not saying I'm gonna be disrespectful to my queen, because I'm gonna still love my queen. Oh, hypothetically, it's not gonna be like, well, I'm gonna date who I want to date, have multiple sexual partners, which is very dangerous, by the way. But
Amen. Church.
It's just like. But it's just, some people think it's too much of a hassle to go through all this. You got to, when y'all doing this, everything comes together. One person gets sued, the other person got to come along with it. Both of y'all getting sued. So it's a lot of things, it's a lot of stipulation that comes with being married. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what you got to think about as well.
Well, and I guess, too, with entertainers, me being the person, being a manager and seeing stuff on the, you go to shows and I mean, we were in Alabama, and these women were like trying to come to me to be my friend just to get Sean's information.
That was a wild time.
We were in Alabama when he did the song. You'll play Body Language. It's a song that Montel Jordan wrote, and we drove out to Alabama because Montel was doing a party, and Montel brought Sean on stage because it was the first time he was going to perform it. So we were in Alabama, and these women they were bold. They just came straight up, and they were just like, "How long you in town? You want to stay here? Here's my room number. I got a key." Like, I mean, just out the woodwork. So
yeah.
That let you know R&B still alive, and we still got a lot of millions of supporters still out there. So fellas, let's do it. Let's do it hard. Let's do it big. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you. Speaking, so tell me the inspiration for that song.
You talking about No Labels?
No Labels, yeah.
It's about, it's an basically that song was more of it's a mixture of truth and imagination to it. It has something to do with a relationship. Also, I had to put some elements in it that I made up. But, the reason why I'm saying that, because from experience, I had a woman like that. And my thing like that, the person that hypothetically I'm with a person, if I'm feeling you and I'm loving you, we don't have to rush to get a ring. We don't have to rush to get married. Let's, enjoy each other. Let's just enjoy each other. And then when that time comes, if that time comes, we can make that happen the way it happens. So if you listen to the song in a nutshell, it's just saying, baby, I love you whether we married or not. And I'm going to respect you whether we married or not. So, basically that's what it's saying. So.
Okay, I'll let you slide with that so we can slide into this break. And then when we come back, you can share with us like who inspired you and tell us all about you.
Definitely.
You cool with that?
Definitely.
Are you prepared to
sing?
Wait, I'm going to say something and you can sing us. Will you sing us out to the break?
Sure.
Okay. You're listening to the Book of Dawn. We're going to dig deeper into this label stuff. Maybe not with him today, but definitely tomorrow, because this issue is real. On What's in It for the Black People Media, we're here from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. We are in studio with Sean White. We got Danny Boy coming in Friday. I would love to hear Danny's perspective on that. I'm reading his book.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow we have He Said, She Said. It's all about the labels. What's up, Geechee? Sean White is going to take us to break.
From the first time I saw your face, girl, I knew I had to have you. I wanted to wrap you with my warm embrace, visions of your lovely face. All my love is for you. Whatever you want, I will do. Hey, you're the only one I want in my life. For you, I'll make that sacrifice. Oh, baby, let's chill. All right now, all right.
All right. At 10 o'clock in the morning. Look at God. Okay, take half the label off. We'll be right back.
WIFTBPM.
Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday, or you can find them online at solobeauty.com.
Funeral expenses are costly. The Casket Store wants to help you save hundreds of dollars. You do not have to purchase a casket from the funeral home. Call now for a free in-home consultation. Call 773-445-6900. 773-445-6900.
When you need vibrant, colorful gear that offers high-performance material that keeps you cool, call Agent Huff Custom Gear. Let us take your expressions and create something new for your everyday wear, your bedroom, or bath. For all your needs, we offer custom sublimation, silkscreen, vinyl, and embroidery. You can reach us on all things social at Superhero Huff. www.superherohuff.com or 630-476-9191.
I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. Tax burden of the average middle-class American goes way beyond income taxes. There are sales taxes, real estate taxes, gasoline taxes, and many, many more. As an international businessman, I know that by reducing the billions of dollars we give to other countries, we could help fund our own country. We need to rethink our tax laws and lower the taxes for our own citizens.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for Senate 2020.
Hey, what's good? This is Mike Love.
Hey, what's up? It's Diz, and if y'all ready to get y'all trip on, we got something for you.
Chicago Famous. 3 to 6, Monday through Friday on What's in It for the Black People Media.
If you've been a fan of our podcast, Chicago Famous, now you get to see us live Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. We are going to be off the chain.
Make sure you check us out.
I was going to ask you, so growing up, did you ever have an old racist family in your neighborhood? Did you have one live next to you or one down the street? Just somebody's house that you know on the block, you didn't want to go nowhere near that house. The neighbor who was directly behind us had a real problem coming outside seeing my white mother and my black father.
We got us the gun line.
This dude built an 8-foot fence, more like 10 foot.
So he put up the Huck Finn joint.
Exactly. That shit looked like a castle. You know, my dad, he's a big guy, football player guy, my dad guy who walks over there.
Old school
and
black.
He's like, you know, yo, I don't appreciate these apples in my yard. He's like, motherfucker, we don't even have an apple tree. These are your apples.
Do you like apples?
Your kids are throwing apples over here. Okay, there's that little space, but there's still a fence. So they're right there looking at each other.
Tell them about the gun line, boss.
And I said something like, yeah, Dad. And that dude said, shut up, you little monkey. Leroy stuck his hand over the fence. You're gonna die, clown! Grabbed dude by the neck.
Run.
And proceeded to pull him halfway over this fence. Like, finish him. Mrs. Wheeler comes running out. Oh, Leroy, don't do that. It's not worth it. Blah, blah, blah. My dad was getting ready to kill this dude. And within 6 months, that guy moved away.
Don't cross the gun line, boss.
Right, the gun line, boss.
Chicago Famous. 3 to 6, Monday through Friday, right here on What's in It for the Black People Media.
You're listening to I Said What I Said with Toussaint Warner and Herb Howard.
Well, what was the power of the Bible? Most motherfuckers couldn't read. So the Bible legitimately changed the world because motherfuckers began to learn to read. And once I can learn to read, wait a minute, I can question some of this bullshit you talking
What school
about.
you go to though?
It don't matter.
A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Well, I'm not
No, I went to Dunbar.
Yes!
That's how Dunbar.
Oh, it's good.
People disrespect the city schools. This Chicago. And I'm a motherfucking genius.
And that's on period.
Shout out to the mighty man. No, I'm just playing. But seriously though, think about it though, right? The Bible legitimately changed the world, right?
What's up, good people? You're listening to I Said What I Said with Toussaint Warner and Herb Howard live on What's in It for the Black People Media, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.
WIFTB.
Live from your studio. You're listening to Book of Dawn. Book of Dawn with Dawn Millhouse.
Yeah. Ooh. I miss your kiss. Oh, your kiss is one of a kind. It feels so nice. Girl, you do it right. I miss. Ooh. Oh, girl, you don't go too fast. You take your time. Just how I like. I miss. Hey. Oh, you kiss it, then I'm drifting off your love. I'll be floating, girl, yeah. And ooh, it feels so good. I don't wanna calm down. Hey, girl, I'm missing that love. Come on. Ooh, babe, I'm missing all those kisses. Hey, baby, bring those lips to me. Oh, babe, I'm missing all those kisses. Baby, bring those lips to me. Come on. Oh, when you're not around, girl, I'm tweaking. I swear I be hearing things. And if I cannot have you, girl, I'm thinking, ooh, there's such a talent you bring. real good love. That kiss is a drug to me. Baby, your kiss is all I need. Come on. Ooh, it feels so good, baby. Oh, come on. Ooh, babe, I'm missing all those kisses. Baby, bring those lips to me. I miss it already, girl. I'm missing all those kisses. Yeah.
This my part. Welcome back. You're listening to the Book of Dawn with Lisa E. She sings. There's a chapter in the book. No, you're listening to the Book of Dawn with Lisa E., the super producer, and Esco in studio guest Sean White. I am Sean White. It's spelled a little different. IAMSEAN, like Sean Combs, not Sean Carter. WYTE. Correct?
That's right.
I am Sean White on Instagram. Are you on other social media platforms?
Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, everywhere.
Facebook,
it's the
right?
same thing.
Yeah.
Everything that you
MySpace.
can find.
No, I'm just kidding.
Right, old school.
Even MySpace.
And listen, are your songs available for download?
Everywhere. Anywhere that you can find music, download it, is there.
Okay. So now you know everything comes. So you missed. That was a great song, by the way. And just so y'all know, he sounds just like the tracks. So
Thank you.
no auto.
He's not
Ain't no studio stuff.
He's not an
happening
auto tune fan at all.
Thank you, Esco.
Y'all know
Thank you.
I don't even know how to use the switches. So you know we couldn't help him with that. He did that all by his dammy.
Yeah.
Listen, interesting song name considering we're in a pandemic.
Yes,
and you're missing kisses, and some people shouldn't kiss, and some people are missing kisses because they live in different states from their no labeled relationship.
If you kissing too many lips anyway, you're nasty. You don't need to be doing all that. Not in this day and age. Cut it out.
Look, swap and slob. That's what I call it. But Sean, I am curious. I know that you're from the South Side.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you went to Carver. Was it a military academy when you went there?
It wasn't.
Okay.
You know what? It did transition over. Yeah.
Okay.
It was a minute ago, so you know.
Let me ask you the question that everybody wants to know. Who were your earliest musical influences?
Okay, when I first heard Stevie Wonder, that was like that. I love Stevie Wonder. I love back in the day Stevie Wonder, Luther Vandross.
Big Freddie, Luther or Little Luther?
Both of them come. Freddie Jackson. I'm talking about you can name it on the people that I listen to now. If you want me to, is there another? The people I listen to now is Joe. You know, I actually studied the heck out of him. Carl Thomas, Avant, a little bit of Robin Thicke.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in those type of areas. That early 90s, early 2000s. That's the type of music that I love. That's what I love to sing. So.
Okay, and then how did you hone your craft? Were you obviously we all sing in the shower. I'm like the shit. I'm like double platinum in the shower, triple platinum in the car. But how did you take vocal lessons, or did you study it in school?
Well, I can say I didn't, because you know I could just give you a little history. My auntie sang with the Shallites, My dad had a band as well, so the talent was actually there. I could say I took like one vocal lesson. They were like, "Well, you don't need us. You already know how to do. You don't need to be coming here." So I stopped doing that and just honed it in on my own. So a lot of the stuff I just did hands on. You know what I mean?
Sometimes that's the best way.
Yeah.
Because you learn lessons that are different. Like the struggle is for real.
I'm always willing to learn new things, but right now it's hands on, all me from learning. So.
And who would you like to perform with?
Joe. I mean, right off the back, Joe, Carl Thomas.
Actually,
I was like, you just performed for Joe, right? He just opened up right before the pandemic.
Who I want to perform, who I want to do a song with would be Joe, Carl Thomas, Avant, of course. You know, Robin Thicke, those guys. Even Trey Songz and Usher. You know, I love those guys. But
it's Trey Songz
the number one.
He just made that song that I love.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on, I gotta Google it.
It's two people, but one of them I can't say, so I just say Joe.
Yeah.
It's two people. One of them I can't mention. You can't even mention no name, so it's just.
We'll tell you
just
off
say Joe.
when we go to break.
No
Somebody
worries.
that you know for a long time too.
Oh,
we were just
shit.
talking about him earlier. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it's not good. Yeah.
It's not a good thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Moving right along. So tell me then. So I have to. You guys got to tell the people. Oh, right. Facts. Sorry, you just took me out. How did you happen to meet this super producer, and how? Because Lisa's never. I've known her for a few years. We're only like 25, so I've only known her a few years. But how did you convince her to be in management? That's something that I've never seen her do.
Wanted to do it ever.
I believe in the universe. I believe in the creator, and I believe that on that day I was performing for Glenn from
Public
announcement. I performed at his party. She was there, and then I guess she liked my performance, and we started to talk. You know what I'm saying?
I was the MC, and he performed. It was a birthday party, and we just started talking. But then we fell into it because I was supposed to go. He was under this management company that Public Announcement was, and they were trying to get me to be part of it to do like a party for Public Announcement. And I went on this little tour, and as I started seeing things happen, I was like, oh no. And we didn't know each other that well, and I just had to have a heart to heart. I was like, you're way too talented. And we just started talking, and things literally fell into it. Like it was just one of those things. And I was like, manager, I'm like, people have been, and then people that found out I was working with him, they started coming out the woodworks. Well, you said you never would manage anybody, and I think it happened. True. Well, and it happened also at the time. It was right when my dad was passing, so I had a lot of extra open time because I put a lot of my events and things on hold when my dad was in the rehab. I was going back and forth to the facility, and I had to put. I only had two things. I was doing an event for Ray Lewis, and I was doing that one, and a boxing event. Other than that, I canceled everything to be with my dad. So, and then it just kind of fell into it at that time. So maybe it was the universe that said, you know what, y'all are supposed to work together. So
right.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give you the synonym of what I would prefer to say. That's God, because God created the universe.
That's right.
And you can disagree or not,
No,
not
that's
y'all,
right.
but them, because I do appreciate that people say the universe, but I want it to be very clear that God created the universe, and so the universe didn't do. Can I cuss and talk about God in the same sentence?
Didn't
Absolutely,
I mention God?
can.
I better, if I didn't mention God, let me mention him now.
You absolutely did, but I just want to be clear that I had this conversation with somebody, so I'm throwing a little shade. Not y'all, I'm throwing a little shade in this thread. God created the universe, so you thanking the universe and not thanking God. Yes, I'm talking to you, whoever you know who you are.
I agree.
No, not y'all.
And,
I was throwing
things
shade
come in,
on
and
some
things
other
come
stuff.
in place. I mean, because I'll plant certain seeds, but then the celebrities have already welcomed him in that circle. I mean, he's done a bunch of charity events, from the national anthem for like Ray Lewis event, and for these boxing things, and like Carl Thomas wants to work with him, and the song Body Language, that Montel Jordan did the I Love the 90s show in Chicago, and I introduced them together. I introduced, and he wasn't really thinking. And then Voodoo Spells, who's his top producer, sent a song and said, Sean, I think you'd be perfect for it. And Montel Jordan wrote it. I didn't even use my favorites. I was like, I want his talent to, if he likes it, he likes it. I want him to be honest, not because of a Lisa E. hookup. He did it the first time. Montel didn't even change it. Montel's like, let's roll with it. This is meant to be. And then we drove to Alabama, and Montel brought him on stage.
Hold that thought. We're going to come back and talk about that performance, because Montel Jordan is the bomb. But also, I heard you think you can play basketball, and I got a ball and I got on my Chuck Taylors. You're listening to the Book of Dawn on What's in It for the Black People Media. Stay back. I'm about to cross him over real quick.
WIFTBPM.
Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday, or you can find them online at solobeauty.com.
He is joining Chicago famous Mr. Rick Party. Talk a little bit about during that time to connect with artists.
Seeing some people come up like my boy Gotti, I remember Gotti back in the day from Chicago.
Right.
Interviewing Common before Common was big. I remember having Common on my show when I used to do a show called Home Jams, and people didn't know Common. And Common was Common Sense at the time.
Common Sense.
Common Sense, right? I had Common on my show, and I remember talking to Common, interviewing him, and he said, I said, so who are some of the people who inspired you? Because, he's younger than me. Like, who inspired you, young man? And he was like, Redman, and Redman, it was, it was
Chicago Famous, 3 to 6, Monday through Friday, right here on What's in It for the Black People Media.
Biggest threat to Illinois citizens from Washington is health care costs and policies. Senior citizens have their Social Security reduced from Medicaid, and some of our senior citizens live off $3 a week for food allowance. Working families are facing bankruptcy over policy and limit and cost. Drug prices require decisions between food and Medicaid. I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. Vote for me and send me to Washington. God bless.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for Senate 2020.
What's up, good people? Make sure you ascend into Muwakil's world every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. with Salim Muwakil, a.k.a. the Black Forrest Gump, right here on What's in It for the Black People Media.
WIFTV.
Live from your studio. You're listening to Book of Dawn. With Dawn Millhouse.
You better be careful, baby, be careful. This is a baby making tone. Better be careful what your radio on. This is a baby making tone. Better be careful what your radio on. You let down your hair when you're feeling sexy. You bite on your lip when you're holding your tongue. You uncross your legs, and without even speaking, your body is screaming. You wanna make love. I can hear your body. I know what you feel. Yeah. Come on, the song, the message is clear. Let me pause, babe. You look so good. To gather my thoughts, make sure I'm hearing you right. Hey, baby, slow my baby. If I am mistaken, 'cause love will be making. I can hear it in your eyes. Oh, I'm watching every move you make. Yeah. Don't go too fast and don't be late. Oh no. Take all the time you need to take. Whoa. That's what it's saying. That's what you're saying. Baby, you know me when you're ready to go. I'll be ready. Yes, and twice for no. Ooh. Kiss me nice and slow. Real slow. What it's saying, it's about to explode. About to explode. Whoa. I know what you feel, baby. Oh, yeah. Body, come on. The message is clear. Oh.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Book of Dawn with Lisa E. Esco and in-studio guest Sean White, who is over here talking about body language, but he ain't gonna tell you I just crossed him over in the hallway on this basketball, on this hoop squad. You broke breaking ankles way before AI. Speaking of breaking ankles, Tim Hardaway went to Carver. Shouts out to the homie.
Yeah.
Sean, that's a good song. I like that song. You know, can I just tell the truth? You know, I'm like a very blunt. Well, am I blunt?
Hey.
Anyway, transparent, a little loud sometimes. I don't think that for the whole time that Lisa has shared with me about you and your talent, either I wasn't listening or, but I take everything I said back because I'm impressed.
Thank you so much.
Like I can hear you in here and I can hear you. Everybody can sing in studio, even me.
Yeah.
And that's not a good thing. But listening to you live really does matter, and you might have a platinum, some shits coming up soon.
Thank you
And that was his only song.
I appreciate that.
That was the song that Montel Jordan wrote. That's the only song because Sean writes all of his other music. That's the only one he did not write. Montel Jordan. This is how we do it. Did that, and it's funny you said Tim Hardaway. He just did when Tim Hardaway came back with the support group. Sean did the national anthem at the Wintrust Theater. We did a double celebrity game. Well, it was a year ago. They were supposed to do it again this year, but it got canceled, postponed because of COVID. But yeah, Sean did the national anthem for the double celebrity game. So for Tim Hardaway. So.
How I miss those days. Please, let's get
like
back
a
to
year ago.
Where you
bring it back a year ago.
Well, listen,
right.
You know that What's in It for the Black People Media and the Book of Dawn will be starting a soundstage here. And although we can do virtual fans like Ellen. And you'll be able to come back and perform for us here.
Let's get it.
Yeah, so that's in the works. Just so you guys know that What's in It for the Black People Media and the Book of Dawn presents the soundstage. Yeah, so it'll be dope. Listen, Slick, one of our good friends, was in the studio last week, and he mentioned working with you and redoing a song for you. But he also talked about the value of owning music. That's right. And having your paperwork tight so that Big Red and them can't take all your money and you work forever and you die broke.
Yeah.
Can you share any experiences that you've had, good or bad or both, not preparing yourself on the paperwork side?
Oh yeah. I mean, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I was in a contract with I'm not going to say the name, but these people I was writing all these songs, wrote 2 albums actually. And the contract, I was so naive. I just didn't know at the time that, the contract was taking all of my masters. They wanted 60% of everything that I made. You know what I'm saying? It was such a terrible contract. So I had to go to court, spend a nice little amount of money to get up out of that and get all of my masters back. So to put it in a nutshell, and it's not hard. The paperwork is not hard to figure it out. It's not hard to figure out how to copyright your music. It's not hard to figure out how to, send it off. And it's real simple. I mean, and plus we're in an age of the Google age where you just type something in if you don't know it and you can get all the information. So,
So you were able to fight for the rights to your music, and then after that, going forward, what did you do differently?
Well, actually, before I sign any contract. If I don't understand it, if I understand it or if I don't understand it, I have a lawyer that's on hand that actually can go to and, pay them a little bit of money, look at that and make sure it's right and tell me what it is, what I need to change and go from there. So that's what artists need to do because believe it or not, I'm not speculating. A lot of these big artists like the Babies and all that type of stuff, you think these people are rich, but they're not rich. They're
famous.
They famous, but they ain't get no money. They
Yeah.
It's that type.
That's an age-old issue, though.
Your
right?
guys went through that, too. Even the New Edition, and it's funny because we have a story about John with Michael Bivins. Right. I mean,
I was there.
Dawn, yeah.
You remember my Blockbuster video story?
Uh-huh.
When I used to work there, and I told you I quit because Teddy Riley's one of my best friends. They were coming in town to perform, and I asked Tim Hatch, my manager at Blockbuster on 51st and Cottage, that I stood in line for 4 hours to get a $3 job, but it was a job. I called off on New Year's Eve because they were performing at Airy Crown, and Gene Griffin, may he rest in peace, they were broke, and he was mad that they broke away from him and took all their clothes. We had to go shopping for outfits for them to wear that New Year's Eve that
Dawn
day.
used to dress. Yeah, she used to dress a lot of people, and it's funny because you did the same thing with New Edition. You helped them with a lot of the stuff, and I saw the story. People don't understand that sometimes it just depends. The situation is different. Sometimes people sign their life away. It's temporary that they get certain types of money, but you really have to make sure that you dot your I's, cross your T's. And going to real fast to Mike Bivens, Sean had tried out for making the band, right? And what was it? You said you weren't ready, and Michael Bivens gave you some advice.
I got to the next level. But then when I came back, I wasn't ready. I'm not really I could do anything, but I wasn't not really a dancer. I wasn't ready for that. But I got to the semifinals with.
You didn't have no cool it now move.
Yeah.
And what did Michael
Bivens? He was telling me like, man, you got it, man. You got everything. You got it all. But when I came back that day, he was shaking his head like, bro, I can't dance. I'm not a dancer.
Money.
I'm not a real dancer like that.
And Mike voice, money.
Yeah.
That's like her. Yeah.
But he the one that put me up to the next level, though. I really.
I wonder if he knows that. You have to make sure.
I know. We saw him, and we was actually at the what was that?
At the Ronnie Bobby Ricky Mike concert, and we talked to him for like 2 seconds.
They were pulling us.
Yeah, they pulled us away, and I was trying to give them hugs because they said nobody could talk. I was like, I've known them for years. I'm gonna hug them. Like I didn't care. So we waited to be the last people to walk in, just because I talk a lot, so I can't have somebody say you can talk for like 2 seconds. I'm like.
You talk a lot. Girl,
that's what the report card
somebody
say.
lied on.
Right.
So, yeah,
she's a good student, but she talks too much.
Homegirl, she no.
And she never shuts up.
Right. So if you were if you had the platform, which this might be heard or listened to by young aspiring artists, give me. One thing before we go to break that you would share with them that you think is the absolute most important thing.
Before you sign any paperwork, make sure you have a lawyer. Have them look over it first. That's the most important thing. The most important thing, and then after that, the paperwork. Make sure you know how to do all that. But the number one thing is get you a lawyer.
Hold on, I'm trying to see. Esco, did I sign anything before we started this? I'm just
got to get a lawyer.
I think
and actually it's crazy because they owe me like $80,000 still right now.
Where my contract at, Maze? Big Red, where my contract
here?
It's
It's also good to research. And one thing I will say, Sean definitely researched everything. He knows when people come and approach him from. Because he's had people, he wrote a song for a really talented guy that's in Atlanta. He wrote a song for him. He's getting approached from famous artists to people starting out, and he kind of gives advice to them and knows the ins and outs of everything because he researched from getting burned. So he knows everything from a business aspect.
Sometimes it takes that. Sometimes you got to get burnt to really take it seriously. So
in life and in love,
exactly.
Then we can circle back to the label thing. Yeah. Listen, you're listening to the Book of Dawn, or What's in It for the Black People Media. In studio, Sean White. I am Sean White, WYTE. Everybody's asking how to spell your name. They spelled it 9 different Seans. We're gonna keep saying it. We're gonna put his information in the thread.
I should have worn a shirt.
He has all his shirts at his performances. He wears it's at I am Sean White. So people that take pictures, they see him on the big jumbotrons, and they could go right to their social media.
Yeah,
so at IAMSEANWYTE.
Yes, right.
We'll be right back.
WIIFTBPM.
Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday, or you can find them online at solobeauty.com.
What's up, good people? If you didn't tune in to the last I Said What I Said, here's what you missed. Herb Howard and Tucson Warner here on What's in It for the Black People Media, and we're joined live in studio by Erica Ford Oliver.
Hey.
When we decided to broach the topic of relationships, over the years we seem to have lost some of the strength in that foundation in terms of the relationships for black men and women in our communities. On the women's side as it is on the men's side.
That's what I
right?
heard. That's what I hear.
That's very, very true as well. I'm really trying to help.
Well, the secret is you got to coordinate. Most people don't coordinate. So you got to coordinate.
I'm trying to get to some tangible takeaways for how we can get successful and single women off the sidelines and back into the game.
Apparently, we got to start backing the dudes down. Marcus, darling. just gotta start macking mugs down, I guess.
Huh?
I don't have any panties on.
Stop watching Insecure, man.
Insecure is life, okay?
Call me Lifetime, bitch, because I'm bringing the drama.
Listen.
Say what I mean?
Insecure, that shit happened for real.
For real.
Oh, he's with you now, girl? Then why he come running back?
Misguided as shit.
I'm not hip to the show. But look.
It's not a dating guide though, but if the shit happens, it's just like, wow, that same thing happened to me.
But it's the value system that's skewed across the board. I'm not saying that's a woman thing or it's a
human
everybody
thing at this point, right?
You know what I mean? The value system is skewed.
I mean, I don't believe this. You are going to turn down like this.
Even in your definition, right? How do we get successful women back in the game? Well, what the fuck qualifies as successful? Specifically in regards to a relationship or having a relatable partner in your life. What defines success?
What's up, good people? You're listening to I Said What I Said with Toussaint Warner and Herb Howard live on What's In It for the Black People Media, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.
Hey, what's good? This is Mike Love.
Hey, what's up? It's Diz, and if y'all ready to get y'all trip on, we got something for you.
Chicago Famous. 3 to 6, Monday through Friday on What's In It for the Black People Media.
If you've been a fan of our podcast, Chicago Famous, now you get to see us live Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. We are going to be off the chain.
Make sure you check us out.
When you need vibrant, colorful gear that offers high-performance material that keeps you cool, call Agent Huff Custom Gear. Let us take your expressions and create something new for your everyday wear, your bedroom, or bath. For all your needs, we offer custom sublimation, silkscreen, vinyl, and embroidery. You can reach us on all things social at Superhero Huff. www.superherohuff.com or 630-476-9191.
WIFTP.
Live from your studio. You're listening to Book of Dawn. Book of Dawn with Dawn Millhouse.
Loving you has always been easy because it's true. I wouldn't believe if someone would have told me you would come along to revive my soul. Cause I was done with love, my heart had grown cold. So cold. You had good energy, exactly what I needed. You walked in my life and placed the joy where was not a mirage. What I feel for you, put that on God, girl, I'm loving you. Said it's easy, said it's easy, oh yeah. Loving you has always been easy cause you're beautiful. Loving you has always been wonderful, more than you'll ever know. We got good chemistry, go together like love says. The passion and care we show one another drops all of us. The feelings I have for you I ain't felt in so long. What we share together, baby, the bond is so strong. It's no facade what I feel for you. Put that on God, girl, I'm loving you. Oh, yeah. Said it's easy, baby. Whoa, yes. Oh, said it's easy, baby. Oh, yeah, yeah. Said it's easy. So easy to love you. Loving you has always been easy cause you're beautiful. Loving you, yeah, yes, it's what I search my life to do. Yes, yes, oh yeah, oh yeah.
yeah.
Dawn on the background vocals. Oh, yeah. Go riff one more time. I'm coming in with you. Go ahead, Sean. Go ahead and riff.
Yeah. Whoa. Go ahead, Dawn.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dawn.
Yeah.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Book of Dawn, chapter bullshit. No.
Oh, wait, I saw his face mask says his name. People can read his face
really,
mask.
I don't bullshit. I do recognize bullshit.
That's
However,
his name.
you listen to the Book of Dawn on What's in It for the Black People Media. I'm just over here, riffing and catching passes in the hallway. Tell Maze to come in here and tell the story about how I was running to the bathroom, forgot the key.
Just
he
now?
He said, literally, no exaggeration. I was running to the bathroom. I forgot the key because I had to pee. Mind you, TMI, but that coffee, that Starbucks just ran straight through me and my pee smelled just like coffee. Y'all can say it or not, but I'm like, whew, it made me want... it was very espresso, and I'm light skinned. So I'm running to the bathroom and Maze says, "You need the key." In my maid's voice, you hear that? You need the key, and
Chris
I said,
Tucker,
"Oh!"
right.
I turn around and he takes it off the thing and he throws it back, and I take 2 steps back, and girl, I caught it like I was the damn Deion Sanders.
You did the Super Bowl shuffle, right?
And he even looked like, "Dad, she caught that." But I told you I had on Chuck Taylor's there. I done crossed you over. Now I done caught a pass. What's next? Shouts out to our broadcast brothers, Tu and Herb. They're listening. Yeah.
Hey guys.
Yeah, you gotta check in, Sean, and listen today. I said what I said, Sean.
I said what I said.
I said what I said. What you say? I said what I said.
I love that.
So Sonia DeBerry, she's been showing a lot of love. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you.
Sonia, she's in Cali. She wakes up early. We got Cali and Philly and Houston and we're praying for Houston because they are underwater and it's headed towards Louisiana.
Wow. And that's just live right now, and then later we'll have a whole nother group of people checking in, and so But and the song that Esco just played, "Easy to Love You," that's getting radio play around the country and around actually globally because when we looked on Spotify, I mean he has people from Romania was huge. London? We did interviews in Paris. Well, Sean did interviews. And
that's a good thing about this area. The time that we in right now, the music is everywhere.
Global,
they playing it everywhere. You ain't got to worry about
Korea.
it. Everywhere.
Yeah, people are using
say
his
like
stuff.
my granny, Korea.
Well, you have people in China and Japan that follow you, and he
even Africa.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, let me. Speaking of Africa, do you know that R&B music is humongous in Nigeria?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure all over Africa, but Nigeria for sure.
Oh yeah, they do that big show every year too.
I toured with I toured with Blackstreet when they first came out in Paris, and that was the first time I was ever in a almost get flipped over in a tour bus type situation. It was they couldn't even speak English.
That's crazy.
But they mobbed the bus. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stay in the States next time. But a trip to Paris and you're
pretty
working.
soon it'll be like that back in America though.
So you brought up an interesting point. When we were younger, a year ago when we were in our 20s, we used to live to go buy the music, to go to Metro Music and get the 45 or go get the new CD or stand in the line at Coconuts. And we lived
on
for
Tuesdays. They came out every Tuesday. And just to read the covers, that's what I miss, the CDs to know if you got and then we would look, like when I yelled at Case when he mentioned everybody on our Bahamas trip, I'm like, hello. I'm the one that introduced you to half the people. Right.
So I know that people make CDs or do they, and how do you feel if they don't? I mean, is that because I don't know, that was so exciting.
You want to know did I like
did
it
you
back in that time?
And is that something? Do you have physical CDs?
I still got CDs that I've been
and they still buy them.
On to. I got some that's people buy, but they not buying them as they would play in the 90s or the 2000s. I mean, I'm still holding. I still have a few that I'm holding on to. It's not. It's more digital now than anything. So
I know
CDs is not pushing as much as it used to. Put it that way.
But do you miss it?
Do I miss it? I wish we can go back. I wish in a way, I wish MP3 was never invented, and
Yeah.
and that would have saved the industry. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not selling albums, so you're only doing streams, and you're making most of your money doing touring. So back then, you can sell 1 million records and get rich if you was independent.
And a
So-
lot of DJs feel that CDs are coming back. People miss
Oh, gosh,
reading
I'm
cover to
so- I'm
cover.
gonna be rich.
And I mean, in his right, you were
I got
selling
thousands of them.
Let
every
me ask you a
show.
question, but how can you do that? I mean, how can you compete with MP3 when you can
Well,
just
you
get it
don't,
at
but
the
you
drop
still
of
you do sell CDs because every time we go out, I bet him I'm like, we're going to sell some, and
We
they
do.
do.
We
He
do.
does. He sells.
So
them.
you have physical CDs,
and then he signs
yes.
it. He has
Yes, I
physical.
do.
Matter of fact, DJ Little John did everything. DJ Little John loves
He on point
Sean.
with that.
Yeah, he's the one that challenged Sean to do a stepper song. And he wrote Kisses in one day, right before All Star Weekend and before Valentine's Day.
It came pretty easy.
Yeah,
It came easy.
and so he sells CDs and he takes pictures with people and he signs them and they still like it. Women still
Look, you
know.
got my auntie on the line. My auntie, that's my
Vivian?
auntie. Like
Hey,
that's
Vivian.
she said I love my CDs. I want to see tangible things for my money. I can't.
I love CDs.
That was the
Viva.
golden time. I love
That's
it.
the only thing I'm mad about my new car. It doesn't have a CD
Oh, I
player.
got
I'm
a CD
like,
player in mine.
I need to put one in or just bring because I know you could put your own songs, but I still like popping a CD. I just like CDs.
I mean, they.
Because my thing is, how the record company, the label gives you the plaque when you go platinum and stuff. What you gonna put in there? A zip drive?
Yeah, you know what? That's a good. Some
what is
words,
that?
some more. I'm like, and plus I have a lot of mixes. Like I've been fortunate throughout the years to work with from Phantom to, Vince Adam. Like I have all they give me all the mixtapes, and you can't really pull those off of like Pandora and all that other stuff. So I have to either find a way to put them on an MP. I'm not a good techie, so I would have to give them to like
this MP3 and Wave era just tore up the whole industry. It tore it up bad.
So Sean, let me ask you this. What if you could have CDs?
I would rather
or a record. Yeah. Let's say a old school 45. With the little thing that you have to stick in the middle and put the nickel on it to make it. Yeah. If you could have one of those, who would be in your thank you? Who would you shout at? Did you ever read those?
Yeah,
what Lisa mentioned. Okay.
What
would you say?
Of course, it would be God first. Got to put my manager there, Lisa Eve. She's been doing it, and everybody else has been. I would definitely put your name there too because you've been with me along the way. I put it to the. I would put. See, I'm not the type of guy. I don't forget the people that helped me along the way. You know what I'm saying? So I would put people that was dear to me and special to me and was an influence in my life. Of course,
He's so nice.
I mean, you got to.
And then look, he's so kind, y'all. when he blow up,
he said, "My manager." No, I want a whole paragraph. First, you put everybody else and everybody else to Lisa E, who's been this and this and this, and everyone else.
If it could fit on there, let's do it.
God could have a bigger paragraph.
But you got to think about it too. Yeah. If it was to ever go back to that, it would be more expensive. It would be more expensive to print CDs
and you'd make less, right?
It's super cheap to do MP3s.
Yeah.
It's so you see how we do. It's so simple and easy to do that. The most expensive thing is the photo shoot and maybe the video, but the MP3s is. It ain't nothing.
And it takes a lot to do. I never realized for doing video shoots, and when we did Easy to Love You, the song we just played, that you can see the video on that on YouTube. I mean, that was like, we were there from, we did stuff in downtown, and then we did most of it at the Palmer House Hilton. They let us use one of the suites there, and we did, they let us have for the whole day. We were there from 7 or 8 in the morning till 9, 10 o'clock at night, just doing.
Let me tell you something.
And that's just a 3-minute song, because imagine if it was like a 5 minutes song, right?
Yeah. Nah, real talk. When Mike Bivens had the Big Biv 10 family, and they did a song that highlighted all for one. It's called. You can find it on YouTube. That video took 3 days.
Wow.
Dead serious. But he had all of his groups in it. It was, and the danger in videos is that the record company fronts that money. Yeah, you got to pay that back.
But it's, nowadays it's cheaper to do a video now. I mean, technology is so much, it's so advanced now. It's cheaper to do videos now, so it's not as much on a budget. So you can get about 3 or 4 videos out of that one budget you had, before. Videos used to cost $100,000 now. You could do it for less than 10.
And you being independent,
especially
now,
if you have an Android,
right?
Samsung, send me a phone.
She's right. He's Android too, right?
Hey,
that's right.
But being independent now versus being on a label, do you prefer one over the other?
I mean, would I work with a label if the terms are correct? Sure, but independent is great as well. You get to keep 100% of the money. You know what I'm saying?
What's in it for the black people and Big Red might be next, right? Because Maze is knocking. He not opening doors. He knocking walls down and actually building.
He built this.
I would love to be a part
with
of
the
that.
one exception is that if that's an X over that Cubs seat.
That's why all three of us. You're looking. We got 3 Cubs fans.
Is that an X over the Cubs?
Because we on the south
what
side.
What the whole?
What are we closer to the Sox or the Cubs?
I don't give.
We're
right by
the
the right.
Right by the Sox. The Sox team. So I can see why they did it.
It doesn't
Sean,
matter.
I'm pro Chicago. I love both. I love both.
Stay on the good. You're outnumbered in this.
Whatever you say, Don.
Be like, his camera.
You sound like Mr. Millhouse.
His camera just went out right. Now going back.
Wait, hold up.
We're having troubles with his mic.
And she got her Cubs hat out right.
We're gonna take. Is it time for commercial? Do it, y'all. Do me like that.
And
take
we'll be right back.
WIFTBPN. Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday, or you can find them online at solobeauty.com.
Are you curious to explore the intellectual currents that channel our thoughts and frame our reality? Have you ever meditated for relaxation and accidentally discovered the universe in the process? These matters and many more you may never have even thought of will be yours to explore as you come with me into Muwak Hill's world. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 11 to 1, right here on What's in It for the Black People Media.
WIFTBP. Live from your media studio. You're listening to Book of Dawn. Book of Dawn with Dawn Millhouse.
Yeah. Ooh. I miss your kiss. Your kiss is one of a kind. It feels so nice. Girl, you do it right. I miss. Oh, girl, you don't go too fast. You take your time. Just how I miss. Hey, oh, you kiss it, then I'm drifting off your love. Keeps me floating, girl. I miss. Oh, and ooh, it feels so good. I wanna come down. Girl, I'm missing that love. Come on. Ooh, babe, I'm missing all those kisses. Baby, bring those lips to me. Oh, babe, I'm missing all those kisses. Baby, bring those lips to me. Come on. When you're not around, girl, I'm tweaking. I swear I be hearing things. Oh, yeah. And if I cannot have you, girl, I'm feeling. Oh, that's such a talent you bring. Yeah. Oh, and day is too long. If I can hold you in my arms, if I can find a real good love. Ooh, that kiss is a drug to me. Baby, your kiss is all I need. Come on. Ooh, it feels so good, baby.
Let's go.
Let's go. Stepping in the back.
I see you, girl. I see ya.
find out Esco can step.
She look like she doing
She
her
over here
thing.
jamming though, but that's that West Side. That's that West Side coming out of it. That's what that is.
That's what's up.
Let's be clear. Okay, that's the West Side. Welcome back. You're listening to the West Side, the South Suburbs, and Chi-Town.
Hey.
Including this one. So he's on my Chicago side. Like,
That's
well,
right,
you
that's
from
right.
Chicago too. But you know, West Side a different. West Side a different city.
Yes, because they didn't give us the resources we needed.
Ooh, talk that talk. What's in it for the Black People meeting? Welcome back. You're listening to the Book of Dawn with Lisa, the super producer, Esco, the lady who's the glue that holds the whole shit together. And it's back there stepping like groove, and I'm like,
she would have done that, and they did that at.
I see her doing
Sean
her
just
thing.
did this at. We just did a wedding a couple weeks ago. In Oak Lawn, beautiful place at Water Park. It was a Waterfall Park, and beautiful area. And he did "Easy to Love You" as she was walking down the aisle, and then when they did their "I Do's," he sang "Kisses," and everybody got up and started dancing. So, and it was it was like 25 people because of social distancing, but it was nice to hear people sing to you, like you. After, matter of fact, you should have sang "No Labels" after they said "I do." No, I'm just kidding.
yeah, I can't listen. I got two great topics from you. Let me just say this:
This
it
is for
has
tomorrow.
been
He said,
an
she
honor to actually hear you.
Okay.
You do have a new fan. I knew
so
you,
much, Dawn.
but I wasn't your fan
Thank you so
until today. And I have to be honest. She told me, but I have to see it, like touch it, taste it, feel it, that song.
Exactly.
But I will say that I'm going to download the songs and they will be in my rotation.
Thank you.
Two of them have sparked incredible topics for He Said, She Said.
Wait,
because
what's the
that
other one? Oh.
Easy to Love.
Easy to
Because I
Love.
wonder,
Yeah.
I wonder, everybody ain't easy to love. But that's that'll be a whole nother He Said, She Said. But tomorrow we're gonna carry over into this label thing because that's really an interesting topic for me.
I told you.
So Sean, you're always welcome here. You're gonna have to come back and perform for me and Big Red for free. No, I'm just kidding.
Let's get it.
It's free 99.
And we should. I forgot to send the song we did. He did a song called "Where You At" with MC Brains, and when they did it in Cleveland, because MC Brains just got inducted. They just inducted some of his. They inducted some of his stuff in the Hall of Fame, and they did a song they had never met, and it's a really nice song. He does some old school hip hop, and Sean's like, do a little bit. Where you at? Yeah.
There you go.
She got a Gucci or the Prada or them Jimmy Choo pumps.
Yeah, she got it on deck.
She gotta know how to rock a pole. Work it for a nigga, then drop it.
Much love, Esco.
Wait till you hear MC Brains.
Hey, I see you over there, Don. Do your thing.
MC Brains
I was in the
takes
studio
over, yeah.
when MC Brains made Oochie
Oochie
Coochie.
Coochie, yeah.
That's
yeah,
what's
yeah. Oochie Coochie, la la, and
Oochie,
Tam
yeah.
Rock and all them. Yeah, they're in that video.
He grabbed the
what
mic,
city
man.
was that?
That was in L.A. We did that in L.A.
That's what's up.
And he grabbed the mic, man. And when they were in Cleveland, they did it together first. We did it in it was Arkansas it was Oklahoma and Arkansas. The women went bananas when they did it for Sam Silk's R&B ball in Cleveland. Because he's from Cleveland. The women were like jumping on both of them.
I knew Sam
It
was
crazy.
from Cleveland.
Yeah,
I had to. I could tell by the shirts and shit.
No, Sam
It
is
was
from
MC
here.
Brown.
Sam's in
Super
Cleveland
dope.
now, but
Yeah,
Sam's from
Sam
Chicago.
from the West Side?
Sam Silk.
Because that's Cleveland.
I don't know. But that's my brother too. But yeah, Sam Silk. Yeah, he went out there for the R&B thing, and MC Brains jumped out with Sean after Sean did his other songs, and the women went bananas over
Yeah, it was
them.
dope.
His lips still brown because they was brown because you smoke a lot of cigarettes. And
Yeah, he
whiskey
still
back
smokes
then.
a lot.
Okay.
Brains. Not you, yeah.
Oh, MC Brains? Shit, he still look young to me, though. I mean, he looked the same way he did then, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Well, I have to see. Listen, I end the show by saying two things. So here's two things, right? First of all, tomorrow, He Said, She Said. If you think that you can handle this conversation, we're going to open the phone lines up tomorrow. 872-259-7474. Write it down. Lock it in. Sonya says, MC Brain still around? Wow. Facts. Here's the first thing. The same boiling water that softens the potato hardens the egg. It's about what you're made of, not the circumstances.
That's right.
Pretty deep, right?
Yep.
When you think about it, right? You boil an egg, it gets hard. You boil a potato, it's mashed potatoes.
Mm.
I thought that was.
I like that.
I like it too.
I concur. Yeah. And then my other thing, because I like to remind people that this is a moment in time, right? And this particular spiritual quote is, it says, "And who of you by worrying can add 1 hour to the length of his or her life?" So,
Wow.
by worrying, how much can that extend your life?
Right.
I might need to borrow
Answer:
that one.
it can't. Remember to use your voice and your actions to be an impact, to make an impact. Do something bigger than you. Do what you were born on this earth to do. Thank you for spending time with us and our in-studio guest, Sean White. Have a super 77-degree thought flot free, no spandex see-through day.
Hey.
Tune in to
Herb said there's nothing wrong with see-through.
he said what he said.
He said what he said.
Herb had on a suit yesterday, girl. I was like, okay. Anyway, listen, tune in tomorrow for the next page in the Book of Dawn. Peace. And roll tide.
Only here to please you.